Hey guys, how ya doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Steins Gate 0, which is on episode 17. This episode here, oh man, that ending right there literally got me flipping my really badly. And everything else. Now, before any of you guys might be disturbed about this injury of mine right here, apparently I got into a little minor accident here and there while trying to fix something, and something fell on my eye, but, okay, enough of that of knowing that I could get that out of the way. Let's just get this recap started. And I know you might be disturbed by looking at this thing, but please bear with me. So, yeah, let's just get this started. We had to it that Suzuha and Daru ends up having a little small talk, and Suzuha says she made up her mind. And we had to it that Mayuri ends up visiting Suzuha and Daru-kun about this, and decides to ask Suzuha questions. Eventually, Suzuha does answer her questions about what was Makase Kurisu. Did she really die just to help me live or something? And eventually, Mayuri says she doesn't know if the word sacrifice might fit the description, though. Eventually, we have to it that she explains that they are in the Beta World line or something. It's somewhere where that you live, but Kurisu Makase is dead. And we see to it that that Suzuha explains to Mayuri that Okabe pretty much has all of these memories locked into his heart right now because he has this ability called reading Steiner whatsoever, you know? And this was a very bad thing for him, because we all know what happened to him if you guys watched the original Steins Gate, which I will not explain here. And that's the reason why he is what he is today. Eventually, Daru comes by, gives some shortcakes to Suzuha, says his goodbyes, etc. And of course, we have to it that Mayuri tries to talk to Okabe on the cell phone one time when Mayuri wants to stop Suzuha from going because she explains that she only has enough fuel to go back 1 year's time. And that is not a very good thing, which means she's not going to come back to where they are at right now, if she even tried to. And it seems like to me like when Mayuri tries to tell Okabe about this, her cell phone all of a sudden lost signal, which means that group must have been on the move again, apparently. And that is not a good thing either. We see to it that Daru decides not to stop Suzuha because he wants this mission to be finished. But you know, we had to it that Mayuri finally confessed that she actually loves Okabe, or Okarin. But, you know, back then, knowing that she could have done something to help him out, she decides not to do so, you know? And this is where she starts to have very bad remorse and regret of what happened. And she said that she loves Hoen Killmon more than Okabe because she loves his arrogant life and everything else. And you know what? After confessing to Daru and Maho, she decides not to be a hostage anymore. And we see to it that eventually when Okabe tries to talk to Daru and Maho about the loss of phone signal, there's some other bad news that came about eventually. We have to it that they've end up finding about Amadeus Kurisu has been hacked into, and her information that before she might have got terminated or possibly hacked into, she spread out to the internet possibly for Maho and Okabe to look at it. But that's a very bad thing because if this was spread out in public, that means they know that an existing time machine is there. Okabe was really upset about this, and he tries to go after Mayuri because he was told what Mayuri was going to do. And we have to it that we get to a scene where Suzuha and Mayuri talks to each other, and Mayuri wants to come along. But Suzuha says, "You do understand you're not going to come back, right?" And Mayuri's like, "Yeah, but I want to do this. Sometimes I just can't pretend Hikobushi's not there anymore, you know?" And we have to it, Okabe arrives at the scene and tries to stop Mayuri from going and possibly Suzuha because all this sacrifice will be all for naught. And we have to it that Suzuha ends up grazing Okabe's leg and tells him it's over, okay? We decide what to do now. And we have to it that Mayuri says she's gonna go because I'd rather have no regrets or something, or we can't pretend anymore, you know? And we see to it that eventually things kind of gotten really tense right there. And we have to it that after what's been happening here and there, things kind of gotten a little like out of hand right now because like whatchamacallit, after Suzuha ends up having to like tie up Okabe's leg. But before that, there was a scene of someone gotten bloodied or possibly shot, and it looks like that person was wearing the same costume as the other person, and that's not very good. And of course, Suzuha ends up getting a D-mail from 2025 because right here it looks like Mayushi and her actually discovered another path to Steins Gate, and you may not realize it, but your choices actually alter the world line slightly a bit. So my love for you is pretty much the same, but I'm going to tell you right now, a new operation is about to begin for you. And all of a sudden, Mayuri ends up screaming in agony or something because of what happened. And we have to that Suzuha is surrounded by a bunch of gunmen, etc., and warned her to drop the weapon and made her to open the time machine vault. And we had to that Suzuha opens the time machine vault and ends up using a freaking knife and manages to kill most of the soldiers and tells Mayuri to run. But all of a sudden, when Mayuri was about to make an exit, she's all of a sudden shot and then fell to the ground. Then a person with the motorcycle helmet that could be possibly Kaguri or someone that had that same similarity costume design whatsoever, shows up in front of Mayuri and stares down at her while Mayuri is actually bleeding. So I go like, I swear, man, if she dies, Doc, I am so gonna flip my... Again, dude. Because, let's put it this way, alright? In simple summary in this episode, it's just like, Suzuha decides to go back in time and fix things to avoid World War III, etc., you know? And of course, Suzuha answers Mayuri's questions, and Mayuri, making a confession that she loves Okabe, decides to go with Suzuha. But Okabe, who apparently lost his phone signal when he was talking to Mayuri, ends up finding out that there was a disruption. Eventually, during that disruption of Okabe looking up in the news, etc., it looks like Amadeus Kurisu just got hacked because of what she holds inside her memories, etc., of Kurisu. The original Kurisu, the memories of a time machine, etc., you know? And ends up spreading this information out in the internet so Okabe and Maho might take a look. And that kind of gave out an opening that an existing time machine exists. Okabe was trying to stop Mayuri and Suzuha from not wasting Kurisu's sacrifice, but Suzuha says, like, we're going no matter what, alright? And, of course, Suzuha gets ambushed later after she gets a D-mail from 2025 or 2025 about, like, because of your choices and Mayuri's choice, you guys just changed up the world line slightly, so be prepared. And apparently Suzuha gets ambushed, and later on Mayuri gets shot in the end when they're trying to escape, and that motorcycle person whatsoever stands over Mayuri and stares down at her. Yeah, like I said, that was just a simple summary of the entire episode, honestly, but when it comes to certain details here and there, such as that motorcycle person possibly killing another motorcycle person, that's something I kind of missed out on. I didn't realize that, so yeah. And of course, yeah. Mayuri gets shot. What the hell, dude? Looks like to me things are about to get really, really hectic now. I do not know what's really bound to happen next. How they're going to get the hell out of this, especially Suzuha herself. Freaking hell, why does it have to be like this? So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye.